Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, are you an indigo person? We're about to find out. Stay tuned as I talk about the four types or four ways to know. Sorry, five ways to know if you're an indigo person. And I'm also going to tell you the four types of indigo people. Okay, so to stay tuned. Hope everyone's doing okay. So, are you an indigo person? Thank you, my replayers. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. So, are you an indigo person? This is an indigo light being. Does this look familiar to you? Does this look familiar to some of you? Maybe, maybe not. Hello, hi, how are you? Happy Monday. So, let's talk about indigos. I know we've heard a lot of that word thrown around: indigo, indigo child, indigo adult, indigo. So I'm going to give you as much information as I can. So, what is an indigo? In the late 1960s, a woman by the name of Nancy Ann Tapp had synesthesia. She began to see children with the color indigo. So, what is synesthesia? Well, to put it simply, it's when your brain senses are crosswired. So, you may interpret incoming information with another sense that's normally wouldn't, right? Someone normally wouldn't. So, synesthesia is a natural neurobiological process where two or more senses are cross-wired in the brain, creating an often dizzy array of sensory perceptions. Synesthesia is not a brain disorder, nor is it an abnormal disease. It has a tendency to run in families. The scientists believe it's genetics in origin. Today, scientists in 15 countries around the world are in a race to find the gene which causes this unusual condition. While some synesthetics use their perceptions for creativity, most do not utilize them at all, and some synesthetics are not often aware of that their sensations differ from everyone else's. Experts today believe that 1 in 20 people have some form of synesthesia. So for Nancy Ann Tapp, she was able to see people's energetic field, and that little excerpt that I just read came from Nancy Ann Tapp's website. She was able to retrieve information from the energetic field using other senses. Again, in the late 1960s and early 70s, she was seeing these children with the color indigo. So she began to take note on their particular characteristics or personality. These children are known as the indigo children, but these children are no longer children. We are now adults, and now we can speak for ourselves to help you understand more about us. I won't go into all of that today. That's in my book, and I will do another indigo video. But today we're going to talk about what I will talk about are the 5 ways to know you're an indigo. So, I'm sorry I'm not reading anybody's comments. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So, let's talk about, does this look familiar to you? One characteristic that I didn't put in here, indigos usually have these big, beautiful eyes. Now, they used to say big, beautiful blue eyes, but I've seen them in all colors. It's just the shape of their sort of big, round, almost like a round almond eye shape. So, let's move on to the next thing. 5 ways to know you're an indigo. So, indigos have a warrior type personality. Do you fight no matter what? Is everything a fight for you? Are you disgusted by the dogma and old ways of thinking? Do you now and have always challenged authority? If so, you might be an indigo. So, indigos are here to change up things and shake up things, right? Um, no, I won't go into the characteristics of synesthesia. Just so one example would be to be able to smell colors and feel numbers. Like I have synesthesia, so I can feel numbers, and I can smell colors, right? So, uh, I researched this after your live chat yesterday. That's great. That's great. So I hope that's an example. That was just a very quick example of synesthesia. So um, indigos are here to change up the dogma, the old way of thinking. So for that reason, they have this warrior type personality. So they're fighters. They just fight and change things. They want to change things. They don't like the old structure, right? So yeah. So the next another way to tell number 2 is, are you highly intuitive? Are you highly psychic? All your life since birth, you've always known when something was going to happen, whether through dreams or just a knowing. If so, you might be an indigo. Again, indigos are extremely intuitive and extremely psychic. So, indigos, yeah, indigos will often know things even when they were children, and all through their life. Like in the dreams, they will have a lot of dreams. They will have a knowing that something's going to happen even while they're awake. They'll be very, very psychic, right? So, thank you. Um, are you, so if so, you might be an indigo. So, number 3 is, are you highly intelligent? I don't mean just book smart. No, I mean, do you grasp concepts easily? Do you have a need for researching and understanding a concept, like a thirst that won't go away until you quench it? And then once you've grasped the concept, do you see where and how this concept needs changing and updates? If so, you might be an indigo. So, this is part of indigo's purpose. Part of an indigo's purpose is to see the concepts and to change the old systems, the old dogmas, the old things. So, that's why they needed to have this personality of a warrior. That's why they needed to go against and buck up against society, even if people don't like them. It doesn't matter. They have this need to be able to fight for this, and they have this need to research and figure it out and try to do it. Try to figure it out. So, does any of this look familiar to you? Like, you guys can tell, you guys can see, some of you that know me, it doesn't matter sometimes whether you like me or not. Of course I want people to like me, but it doesn't matter. If I have to change something and see something, then I have to say it, right? So I'll tell you another indigo that y'all probably are not gonna like. You're probably not gonna like it, but and I never get political, and you guys know I don't even give you my stance. So I'm just going to tell you, this person is an indigo, and if you look at the personality, you'll understand that he's an indigo. President Trump is an indigo. He changes. He rubs people the wrong way. He's making everybody think. He may not be some people may not think that he's right or wrong or whatever, but he doesn't care. It's what he feels. He's an indigo. It's kind of how indigos are. They can brush up against you and be really prickly and right? So, he's doing his job. He's getting people to think, isn't he? So, that's one of our indigos. I mean, way back in the day, Joan of Arc was an indigo. So she was an indigo. Now, these indigos started coming in fluctuation in the late 60s, and she said early 70s, but I say middle 70s. It's when you saw a big flood of indigos. Indigos have been coming on all along, just not a lot of them. This vibration on Earth wasn't able to hold so many indigos. So as the vibration expanded and we got into a different vibration, as the vibration expanded and he got into a different and we got into this different vibration, then for the movement of where we were going, we had all these flood of indigos come in, myself included. I'm an indigo. So he certainly shakes it up. That's right. So which picture, darling? You said this picture? So I do want to make a disclaimer. I got all of my pictures online, and so it could be the 5D pictures, what I got. So I got them from 5D. He's got like the best pictures. So, yep, 1970s and indigo. Yep, I'm 69, so I'm an indigo. You're good with Trump being an indigo? Okay, so let's move on to the next. So, does this look familiar to you guys? Do any of these pictures look familiar to you guys? So, four. The fourth way to know you're an indigo. Do you abhor lies and injustice? Do you get angry, like really angry and uncomfortable when someone is lying when you can plainly see and feel the truth? Do you get very angry when there is injustice? So much so it can make you physically and emotionally ill until there is justice and truth. Whether you make that justice yourself or someone else does. If this is so, you might be an indigo. So this is true for a lot of indigos. They cannot stand lies. It makes them angry. They can't stand injustice. It makes you angry, like angry, because I know injustice. Yeah, absolutely. That's a characteristic of an indigo. Yeah. But trust me, I've got three others. So we've got indigos, space holders, crystals, and rainbows. And I'm going to explain about each one with my teachings, okay? So, yep. And these aren't all the characteristics. I'm going to really explain them in my book, but I'm just giving you this quick video for this. Now, the last thing is, do you always have the need to keep moving, going from one idea to the next, maybe even move from one job or career to the next? Might have been labeled ADD or ADHD. So you have this need to figure things out and then change it, and then when you change it, you're okay. Like you feel better and you're on to the next thing, right? But you detest liars. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, that's me. Good old justice system needs changing, right? Yep, that's it. So, these are the 5 ways to know if you're an indigo. Again, there's many characteristics. I have that in my new book, the Concepts Create Reality series that's coming out. I swear you're identifying me. Yep, I know. So I'm going to go over, and I got this other information from Nancy Ann Tapp that I'm going to show you. So through her research and through her investigating about indigos and working with neurologist, and through over the years, this became her life using the synesthesia. So indigos was just a part of what came to her, and she took it up like that was her purpose. So there are 4 types of indigos that they have come to find out. So I'm just going to go over the 4 types really quickly. Although I will not talk much about the 4 types of indigos, I will list them. And I received this from Nancy Ann Tapp's website. Okay, so number 1 is the humanist. Humanists are here to globalize humanity through technology and communication. They will bring new insights into human relationships, and humanity. Okay, and let me say this: you indigos can be more than one of these, and you can sort of step into and out of these. Okay, then we have the artist. The artist brings in art forms. It brings in art forms in all areas. Sorry about the writing. This is from their website, not just the fine arts. They are already beginning to create the classics of the future. Then you have the conceptualist. The conceptualists are project people. Their task is to introduce new concepts in technology, design, and mechanical processes. They may become engineers, architects, computer programmers, or designers. They are geniuses with technology. Then you have the catalysts. The catalysts will bring in new paradigms, new philosophies, and new religions. They envision the future and advocate tirelessly for global causes and philanthropic endeavors. Do any of these sound familiar to you? So, this is very insightful. I hope this helps. Right. Yes, absolutely. You can be more than one. Absolutely. You wear the indigo color, so you can be more than one. No, I didn't. I didn't see you type that. Sorry. Yep. Yep. I have 1 and 4 covered. Right. Right. So this is sort of the indigo stance. We're here to help humanity. These worlds may seem very familiar to you. They're not exactly what it is, but they're kind of familiar to you. The way that you see things are kind of familiar to you. Hi, Cindy. Hi, everyone. So, for those of you that are replaying, this is probably where you want to stop the replay. I want to remind you to, sorry, um, those of you that just want to watch the meat of the part, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share your Indigo Path. And at this point, I'm going to have the discussion with uh, the live people here. Okay, so hello, everyone. How is everyone? There has to be more to this. There is more to that, and I say it in my book. But we want to do a quick 2, 3, 5 minute video. There are people that watch my lives that don't want to watch the whole thing, that just want to get to the meat of the thing. So that's why I'm going to leave the discussion to the last, okay? My understanding is we come from a different world to help this world evolve. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's true. That's true. That's true. Does anybody have any questions about that? Again, there is way more characteristics, and there are also 3 other groups of people. So we have the space holders, the crystals, and the rainbows. The space holders is a term I have coined, seeing in my practice. And again, I have synesthesia as well. So in my practice, but I think most of us have synesthesia. You probably just don't use it or didn't realize it. Oh, I thought I was going to say hola. Aloha, Barnes. How are you? So, um, I was seeing this group of people that weren't even being written about or talked about. So I called them the space holders. I explained that in my book. I had a question I asked earlier about when my father passed away a few weeks ago. I'm not answering those types of questions. We're talking about indigo. Some of these images look so familiar, don't they? They do. You just, oh yeah, I just scratched the surface. I just wanted this to be a quick video, a quick lesson. I'll do the discussion after, like I'm doing now, but yeah, so I'm going to talk about star seeds as well. I'm going to do these quick, 5-minute videos, but I'll do them live. I am going to do, because I can do live now on your Indigo Path II or your Indigo Path 2. You guys want to see this. I'm about to go on there in a little bit after I get off here. When I preach to people, they think I'm crazy, but I'm here to spread the word for change. Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to know your life purpose? Yes. So I will say that you have a major primary, we'll just call it a primary life purpose, but then you have all these other purposes as well, right? So is everyone in this world categorized into all these different beings, whether indigo, rainbow, etc.? So I can't honestly answer that. I haven't asked Spirit that question, but what I've seen are these types of people. There are very few that aren't in this group, any of these 4 categorized, and that's because they're about to leave this earth, because that vibration is going away. I wonder if it was an indigo experience. Or are there some people that are just people? There are some people that are just people, yeah. How do you pinpoint if you're an indigo? So I just went over 5 ways to know if you're an indigo. You'll have to watch the replay for that. And in my book, I describe the characteristics, and I let you know from an indigo's perspective, from my perspective. So, hi Jade, how are you? I can feel people all the time. Absolutely. Empathic as well. Very empathic. Yes. Highly, highly intuitive. So empathic is more so space holders. Highly intuitive and psychic is really highly psychic is indigos. So, Cindy, what was the crazy feeling I felt when you said Trump? So I need to know. I get it all the time. Plus, I knew you were going to say him. Yeah. Listen, if you go back through the 5 ways to know if you're an indigo, then you'll understand. You know, the Indigos are here to change up the system. Indigos are here to put the to help with the new concepts, to uh, do away with the dogma. You know, that's kind of what we're here for. So if that's why we're made this way, that's why we're made with that warrior type personality. Like I of course love humanity. You know that when my heart space, I love humanity, or I wouldn't do this work. I wouldn't do this work if I didn't love humanity. But let me tell you, if I see some injustice or something that needs to change, at that point, I am not thinking about whether you like me or not. I'm thinking about I got to change this. So whether you like me or not, it's going to change, right? Oh, I know. An indigo after thing you said to me is so me. Yes, I feel like that's why I such a rebellious person since I was a kid, all about freedom and shining your inner you. Yep, absolutely. We're here to cut the old system off at the knees. Yeah, and look at Maria. Maria works in the government. So there's a lot of us in the government, a lot of us in the medical field, a lot of us in the financial. Well, we came to not just change one system, we came to change the dogma. So, but we're not doing it alone. We're just helping you see the new concepts, right? So my friend freaked out when watched what they were drawing in their mind and asked why they were drawing that in their head. What is the old system? Well, I mean, do you have like 3 hours to name all the old systems? There's like lots of old systems. I have plenty of haters. Yep, I know. I love you too. Listen, if you're an indigo, you'll see it. If you're not an indigo, you may not see it. But either way, I came here to do something, and that's what I'm going to do. So I didn't come here. I already know that everybody loves each other. I already know that we're all connected. So I already know that these are just aspects of you, and I already know that some people just aren't going to like me. They just aren't. I can't. All I can do is be who I am. I seen this kid get jumped by 6 kids. I tried to stop the violent movement, but I'm only one person. Right, right, Barnes. I sense when people feel threatened by me and when they have welcoming, pure hearts. Yeah. So I this is why I say this in the book, because the book is about our characteristic as indigos, but how to move and expand from that. Because we have these characteristics. Uh, we have these. Thank you, Tanisha. We have these characteristics, but we're here to expand and grow ourselves as well. So we, as we grow older, learn how to communicate the right way, so we're not rubbing everyone the wrong way, right? Learn how to do things in a softer, gentler way. Learn how to become more like a crystal and a space holder and a rainbow, right? So we're here to learn too. We're not always right. We're just here to change it up. That's why our position is not that we're right. I didn't come here to be right. I didn't come here to be everybody's best friend. I just came here to change it and help humanity grow from this, right? So, uh, just like that's why I said Trump, because I know Trump is irritating a lot of people. You know, I know he's irritating a lot of people, and he's an indigo. He should. If the system needs to be changed, then that's what he's doing, right? Indigos also have come from a very traumatic background, very traumatic background. So, psychic spot me out in the crowd always. It's actually very funny. Yeah. So, as an indigo, we have to learn to balance our ego. We have to learn to balance our ego as an indigo. And an indigo, this is what my book's about. Indigo is just the first layer. It's just the core layer of who you are. It's not all of who you are. So I've always had an inner knowing, but how do I tune in so that it's louder? You have to, so it's always there. You have to train your brain. So this is why I started doing the meditations on my Concepts Create Reality channel. So you have to learn to train that brain, because you have monkey brain. So monkey brain means it's always going, and it doesn't get in a state of observation. You have to train it to do that. You have to understand you're in charge of your body, not the other way around. You're in charge of your brain, not the other way around. Yep. He probably is. I mean, we don't know what his path is. He says he's a 33rd Mason degree or 33rd degree Mason. He may have gone into 33rd degree Masons to change that up, right? So, oh, I'm sorry, it's going very fast. I've always had oh, sorry. If we all can unite and live right the way we're supposed to, and the world will change. Yeah, that's why I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's to help you understand you, so that we get to a better place, to understand, to open up that heart chakra, right? Yes, but we need the strong ego to get things done. Yes, yes, but so that's a great point that you bring up, Maria. We need the strong ego to get things done. Absolutely. That's why I call it an ego in balance, right? So when you have gone to a space and know when to put your ego in balance, in balance would mean if I got to change something, that's going to come out. If I don't, it's going to be right the same as my spiritual side, right? So I feel insecure about me because I don't view the world the same as others. Well, I don't know why you would feel insecure. Indigos don't feel insecure about anything. So maybe you're not an indigo, but we have three others to talk about. Uh, Indigos do not feel insecure about anything. We know something and we are that, and that's just kind of it. During regression and found out I had a reptilian past life, got killed because I didn't want to fight and conquer anymore. This life, I've been a rebel since a young age. Nice. I know it can be better. Sorry if this was too intense. No, it's not too intense. Absolutely not. This psychic lady I met at my job said Trump is going to change things for the better. I can't stand his. I can't say that or see it yet, but that's what she said. So all I can tell you, I'm not here to talk about politics, but I just used his name because he is an indigo. And if you see how brash he is and what he's doing, he's trying to change things. I mean, he's the definition of an indigo. If you look at his past and where he's come from and what he's done and what he hasn't done and how he's been, you can see he's an indigo. So, yes, meditation gives so many answers. Yeah, monkey braid. Oh my God, makes so much sense. Thank you. You're welcome. Wow, didn't know Mr. Trump was one. Makes sense. Yep. My brain's always like that. Not sure if it is the Gemini or the monkey brain. It's actually probably both. Jade, uh, you were a shapeshifter. So reptilians really do exist? Yes. Yes. Rebel. Yep. Melissa's the rebel. Even sought out several therapists just to make sure I'm not going crazy and to see if some type of disorder, but I don't, surprisingly. Yeah. Yeah. That can happen. Yeah, I'm effing too confident. Yeah, exactly. You are 100% sure indigos never have felt insecure. I am 100% sure we don't really feel insecure. I mean, we do have the. Let me see if I can explain this. So we have the same human characteristics, right? So we will feel maybe there's a feeling of insecurity, but we're like, yeah, whatever, and then we kind of look the other way at it. We don't really step into it or indulge in it, or we just when a thing is when we have to change something, or we know that there's injustice, or we know who we are. If it's a knowing, we don't back down. Even if there was insecurity, we don't back down. You just don't. That's the warrior type personality. Like a warrior is frightened. A warrior does get insecure. A warrior can get scared, but they don't react in that way. They're a warrior. They do what needs to be done, and that's that, right? So, let me see what else. I always seen the world different, but insecure I am not, and you need not to be either. There is no reason to be. Yeah, but so Sunflower's coming from a space also. That's why I'm saying she's coming from a space where we're just talking about indigos. We still have to talk about the space holders, the crystals, and the rainbows, right? So you may find that you're one of the others. This is why I really, really stated in my book. Yeah, well, he will change it to whatever he's going to change it, right? So, I didn't do shape shifting. Oh, you were talking to Rishi. When you look in the mirror in the morning, tell yourself you're strong, beautiful, courageous, and you got this, girl. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. Oh, that's just sunflower. Wait, if they really exist, is it true they eat humans? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Melissa is a rebel. Every human has insecurities. Yes. I always overcome my battles. Yes. So that's what I was saying earlier. Just like a warrior. Warriors have insecurities and have fearfulness, but they put it in just this little spot where it's like, okay, that's what it is, whatever. I got to do what I got to do. Right? Yeah, the confidence is really, really deep. Very true. There are times that I question it, but I know who I am inside. I will fight to the end. Yep, I know. We do. And that's the thing, my indigos. The fighting doesn't, we don't have to fight so much anymore. That's where we need to grow from. That's why I do the work that I do too, is because I'm helping the indigos get to a space where they become more crystal like, where they become more of a space. So you'll go from a space holder to a crystal like, right? So, and then just pick up the fight when you need to, not fight all the time. That's not needed anymore. So, yep. I know I was a warrior in a past life. Oh, yeah, I'm sure all of us were warriors in a past life. Cindy, I want to be like you when I grow up. I don't know. It's not such a good thing to be me. Ah, it's really not a good thing to be me. Yes, coming from a place of peace. Oh, let's be crystals, right? Yes. So we will move into those. I kind of have moved into that. So always said I was a peaceful warrior. Yeah. So mainly in royalty and media. Yeah, that sounds fun, right? It does. So no need to fight like when you are a teenager and when people pushing. Yeah, exactly. So you'll know when to fight. If that's why I help people work on their chakras and balancing themselves and training their brain, because you're indigos. You have so many other abilities that you can do, like crystals, and you want to move into that, right? If you've already changed what you need to change and you're finding your purpose again because you have lots of purposes, um, then you can have this. You can learn how to levitate and teleport, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, but levitate and teleport and all of that, right? But as much as I'd like to teach the world that, they're not ready because I can't even get you past your chakras of letting go. I'm still kicking butt, not a crystal. I like kicking butt. I went to an indigo preschool. Is it just a misdiagnosis? You even called it. I identify crystal. Can you evolve or does it change? Yeah. So your core being would be one, and then as you grow older, you're evolving into the. So you're balancing in all four, right? So you actually sort of want to become a rainbow. Uh, it really was awful. I just got snippet memories, but I felt the intensity. Yeah. I know this is off topic, but do you know anything about? I do know about astral protection. I am going to do a video about astral protection and teach you how to do it. Yes, I will do that, Jane. Thank you. I'm going to give you some modalities, some ways to do it, some things to practice in. Is that why I felt like I needed to reserve my energy so I can use my strengths when needed? No. So you need to understand that you come from universal energy and that you don't just have a particular amount of energy. You can always draw in and let other energy flow, right? So nothing sounds crazy anymore. We're spiritual beings capable of anything. Good. Thank you, EO, for saying that. I appreciate it. I've heard about reptilians that they actually turn to the light. Yes. So yes, actually, Egla. They so we have different races of reptilians, and some are have opened their involvement, and some have not. But thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for clarifying, Cindy. You're awesome. Thank you. I feel like I'm expanding. Absolutely good. I'm glad, Siren. It's all right. I'm happy and spreading love. I'd like to be able to control my astral projection. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some tools about that. So I've already gone over this with. So let me go over this with you guys. So um, I did like 140 topics of videos that I'm gonna do. So yeah, so that's one of them. But I have 140 video titles that I'm gonna do. So learning astral projection is one. Um, how to know your empath. We already did talk to your guides. What are the clairs? The seven chakras. I'm gonna teach you guys very basic tarot. How to work at each chakra. There's just a whole bunch of whole bunch of stuff that I'm gonna be doing. So unfortunately, I thought that this channel was fixed, but it looks like the numbers are still going down. So I'm gonna do videos here for 2 weeks every day. Okay, so whether we come on for paranormal night, or Melissa and I come on to teach, or Reiki, or I come to teach, we're gonna do it every day for 2 weeks, and we're gonna see if the algorithm changes. If it doesn't, I'm going to start moving everything to your Indigo Path too. Okay, so I love your sessions, Cindy. They are helping me get what I feel my soul needs. Thank you. My favorite color royal blue because the indigo field was dominated by a royal blue color. Could be Tanisha. Yeah, girl, don't be nervous. It's everyone. Yes, please, everyone, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We want to get this message out. Yeah, because it's time. It's time to get this message out. So I'm going to let you guys go. I am going to go on Your Indigo Path II or Your Indigo Path 2. We got to 100 subscribers, so I can go live on there now. And I got something to show you guys that someone emailed me. So it is really, really cool. If you did the guided how to connect with your spirit guides with me, you do not want to miss this, because this has to do with that. I feel like I often speak with my angels since a child. I feel comfortable with them, but it scares me to ask too many questions to spirit. It's probably just you. Yeah. Oh yes, it's so awesome. Yeah, I already showed the team. I showed Melissa, and I showed T, and I showed David. You are so welcome. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, so we'll go over there and we'll have the discussion about connecting with your spirit guides. So, yeah, I'll be on in probably about 30 minutes. So, you can't find my channel. So, Jade, apparently, if you go to Google search, so don't search on YouTube, but search on Google search, and search for Your Indigo Path II, or it's the Roman numeral 2, but I did it with capital II. So if you go Google search me at Your Indigo Path II, you'll be able to find me there. And that's how you can find me on YouTube. So yeah, it's Your Indigo Path II at Google search. All right, and be sure to click that button, click the bell, so you know when I go live. So I'm going to let you guys go. I love you. Thank you so very much for coming in today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can get this word out. Thank you, Cindy. You're truly helping find me. Good. I'm so glad. Namaste. Love you guys. Bye.